D'Angelo Russell took over in the third overtime, scoring 14 of his 36 points, and the short-handed Brooklyn Nets outlasted the host Cleveland Cavaliers for a wild 148-139 victory on Wednesday. February 13, 2019, Cleveland, Ohio, USA, Brooklyn Nets guard D'Angelo Russell, 1, celebrates with forward Joe Harris, 12, SNF forward DeMarre Carroll, 9, in the third overtime against the Cleveland Cavaliers at Quicken Loans Arena. David Richard-USA Today SportsRussell began the game by missing 10 of his first 11 shots, but he was 6 of 6 in the third overtime and finished 13 of 30 from the floor. After the Nets forced a third overtime on a buzzer-beating three-pointer by DeMarre Carroll, Russell made a handful of plays to help the Nets snap a four-game road losing streak in their last game before the All-Star break. Cleveland's Jordan Clarkson scored a game-high 42 points, hitting 7 of 17 three-point attempts. 106, Pacers 97. Giannis Antetokounmpo produced 33 points, 19 rebounds and 11 assists for his fifth triple-double of the season as Milwaukee rallied for a victory over Indiana in Indianapolis. Malcolm Brogdon scored 17 points and Chris Middleton added 15 as Milwaukee won for the 14th time in its past 16 games. The Bucks 43-14 own the best record in the NBA heading into the All-Star break. Bojan Bogdanović scored 20 points for the Pacers, who had a 6-game winning streak halted. Domantas Sabonis recorded 14 points and 9 rebounds. Nuggets 120, Kings 118. Nikola Jokic had 20 points, 18 rebounds and 11 assists, and he tipped in his own miss with 0.3 seconds left to give host Denver a win over Sacramento. Paul Millsap finished with 25 points and 13 rebounds, and Isaiah Thomas scored 8 points in 13 minutes during his Denver debut. The Nuggets won despite coach Michael Malone and guard Malik Beasley being ejected. Beasley finished with 21 points before getting tossed. Buddy Hield had 25 points and Harrison Barnes finished with 19 points and 11 rebounds for the Kings. Trailblazers 129, Warriors 107. Damian Lillard scored 29 points and Portland used a late 16-0 run to blow away visiting Golden State. Jake Layman added 17 points off the bench as 8 players scored in double figures for the Trailblazers, who snapped Golden State's 5-game win streak. Kevin Durant and Stephen Curry each scored 32 points for the Warriors, who had won 16 of their previous 17 contests. Golden State played without center DeMarcus Cousins and key reserves Andre Iguodala and Sean Livingston to give them some rest. Celtics 118, Pistons 110. Jason Tatum led 6 Boston players in double figures with 19 points as the home team ended Detroit's 4-game winning streak. Gordon Hayward contributed 18 points and 8 assists, while Al Horford supplied 17 points, 14 rebounds and 8 assists. Jaylen Brown had 17 points and 7 rebounds, Marcus Smart added 16 points and 5 assists, and Marcus Morris chipped in 11 points. Blake Griffin led Detroit with 32 points, 8 rebounds and 5 assists. Andre Drummond had 21 points, 17 rebounds and 4 steals for the Pistons. Timberwolves 121, Rockets 111. Jeff Teague produced a double-double while Karl Anthony Towns led a dominant performance in the paint by Minnesota, which used a balanced scoring attack to thwart James Harden and Houston in Minneapolis. Rookie Josh Okogie provided a spark by scoring 16 points and playing energetic defense on Harden, who still extended his streak of 30-point games to 31 with 42 points, matching Wilt Chamberlain for the second-longest streak in NBA history. Harden has recorded 22 40-point games this season. Teague paced 7 Timberwolves in double figures with 27 points and added a game-high 12 assists. Towns paired 25 points with a team-best 9 rebounds. Chris Paul added 16 points and 8 assists for Houston, while Kenneth Faried chipped in 12 points and 11 rebounds. Heat 112, Mavericks 101. Dwayne Wade played his final game at longtime nemesis Dallas and made it a memorable one with a game-high 22 points, and Miami rode a dominant third quarter to a victory. Wade, 37, led the Heat past the Mavs in the 2006 NBA Finals. 5 years later, Dallas and Dirk Nowitzki repaid Wade by winning the finals in 6 games on Miami's home floor. After Wednesday's game, Nowitzki, who is also nearing the end of his career, exchanged jerseys with Wade. Nowitzki, 40, who has yet to officially announce that this, his 21st season, will be his last, finished with 12 points in 17 minutes, but he was nowhere near his efficiency level of seasons past, shooting 5 of 14 from the floor and just 2 of 10 from beyond the three-point arc. 76ers 126, Knicks 111. New York erased much of a 26-point third-quarter deficit but could not complete the comeback against visiting Philadelphia, which extended the Knicks' franchise record, single-season losing streak. The Knicks have dropped 18 straight, 2 shy of the franchise's all-time record, a 20-game streak that spanned the 1984-85 and 1985-86 seasons. The skid is the longest in the NBA since the Memphis Grizzlies dropped 19 straight last season. Joel Embiid led Philadelphia with 26 points and 14 rebounds. Tobias Harris scored 25 points, his top total in 4 games since being acquired by the 76ers on Feb. 6. Alonzo Trier scored 19 points to lead an impressive performance by Knicks reserves, who accounted for 74 points. Raptors 129, Wizards 120. Pascal Siakam scored 19 of his career-best 44 points in the third quarter and grabbed 10 rebounds as Toronto defeated visiting Washington and entered the All-Star break with a 6-game winning streak. The Raptors trailed by as many as 12 points in the third quarter but scored 44 points in the period to take a 10-point lead entering the fourth. OG Anunoby had 10 points in the third quarter and finished with a career-best 22 points for Toronto, which was without Kawhi Leonard because of a sore left knee. Bradley Beal led Washington with 28 points and 11 assists, Jeff Green added 23 points, and Jabari Parker had 22 points and 9 rebounds. Bulls 122, Grizzlies 110. Otto Porter Jr. scored a career-high 37 points on 16 for 20 shooting, and Chicago pulled away for a win over visiting Memphis. Robin Lopez contributed a season-high 25 points on 10 for 15 shooting for the Bulls, who won for only the 4th time in their past 22 games. Lauri Markkanen finished with 21 points and 10 rebounds for his 8th double-double in the past 9 games. Memphis lost for the 2nd consecutive game after falling short by 1 point to the San Antonio Spurs on Tuesday night. Avery Bradley led the Grizzlies in scoring for a 2nd consecutive contest as he finished with 15 points on 7 for 12 shooting. Clippers 134, Suns 107. Lou Williams scored 17 of his game-high 30 points in the first half as Los Angeles built a big lead on visiting Phoenix and coasted to a victory. The win was the Clippers' 12th straight over the Suns dating to April 2016. Phoenix, led by Kelly Oubre Jr. with a season-high 28 points, lost its 15th in a row and has dropped 11 straight on the road. Los Angeles scored its 2nd most points of the season, with Danilo Gallinari contributing 20 and Montrezl Harrell adding 19. Field Level Media.